AP Calculus AB, C. Lindelof. I'm looking at the AP AB exam from 2011. This is number 5. And this is part C, I think, that somebody asked me about. It says, find the particular solution where W is equal to W of t to the differential equation dW dt is equal to 1/25th times the quantity W minus 300 with the initial condition that W of 0 is equal to 1400. So the first thing I'm going to do here is that I'm going to look at this as a particular solution. I'm going to see if I can separate this thing. So I'm going to separate all the dW, all the W stuff, right? All the W stuff from all the T stuff. So I'm just going to do my algebra here. And when I finished with my algebra, I ended up with 1 over W minus 300 dW is equal to 1/25th dt. So I hope that makes some sense how I got that. So what I'm going to do from there is that, right, this is the derivative, so I need to find what the function was. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the integral of both sides. So I'm going to take the integral of both sides. As I do that, I'm going to remind myself that this thing right here, look at this as it's t to the 0 power. It makes it a lot easier for some people to see it. So as I integrate this, first thing I realize is that the first derivative of W minus 300 is 1. And it's that. So therefore, that tells me that we have an ln function here. So we have ln of W minus 300 is equal to, and when I take the derivative of this, I'm going to get 1/25th t, aren't I? Plus c here. So I hope all that makes good sense. I'm going to keep following this through. Now I'm going to look at this thing. There are two ways to do this, and some people say just raise both sides. Just take each side, make it the power of e. But what I'm going to do instead is just to show you how I would actually do this. That ln is log base e, so I'm going to go ahead and exponentiate. That gives me W minus 300 is equal to its e, right? This e to that power is e to the 1 over 25t plus c power. And this is where people kind of get messed up with this, because here they kind of get lost for what they might do next, because this c value is not exactly where I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind you of this rule of exponents. And sorry, the rule of exponents is this, that we can do this, right? If we take x to the m plus n, we can rewrite that as x to the m times x to the n, can't we? And that's just a really basic rule of exponents here. But you have to think that way, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at this e right here, and I'm going to say, you know what? This is the same as e to the 1/25th t power, right, times same e to the c power. Isn't that right? Because if I multiply these two things, I get this thing back, don't I? And that's going to be really helpful in just a minute. So I'm just going to keep my math going a little bit longer if you don't mind. Remember that e is a number. It's Euler's number, isn't it? And c is a constant. And if you raise e to a constant power, you get a number back. So I'm going to name my number a, I guess. You don't have to. But I'm going to say that a is equal to e to the c power. So I'm just going to keep writing. I'm going to get W minus 300 is equal to a, this value right here, a times e to the 1/25th, wow, I screwed that up, 1/25th t power, isn't it? Everybody good with that? So if you were saying, where did that c value go? It went away. It's a constant. It's here, right? This is a constant value. Now what we can do is this. They gave us this condition. They said that W of 0 is equal to 1400. So you can do it either way you want. You can do it this way. You can say W of 0 is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just move this over. So I'm going to get W is equal to a times e to the 1 over 25 power t, right? And then I'm going to add 300 to both sides. So there's the 300 on both sides, if you don't mind. I'm going to go ahead and keep going here. And then they give us this value. They say that W is 1400 when t is 0, right? Plus 300 here, right? And of course, e to the 0 power is just 1. So we get a plus 300 is equal to 1400. Solving for A is equal to 1100. Then I'm going to go all the way back to this equation right here. I'm just going to substitute all this in, and I'm going to say that W is equal to 1100 e to the 1/25th t power, isn't it? Plus 300. And there's our particular solution, our exact solution. All right. Hey, look, you guys, I hope this was helpful. The exam is coming up. It's just around the corner. You're going to do fine. I would also be working with my calculator a ton, and make sure you have that down. And remember to stay focused on the test and not quit. Just keep going, all right?